Hello, I'm Annie and welcome back to another crochet vlog. I hope you're ready to make all sorts of fun little enhancements to my crochet office, craft room, whatever you want to call it. I have very recently gotten into tapestry crochet, okay? And now I'm kind of obsessed with it. I still love my amigurumi as well, but it's really fun to just work on tapestry crochet projects here and there. And I saw this pattern on Etsy and I immediately went, yes, ma'am. That is what I need on my wall. So I went ahead and purchased it and I got all the yarn for it. So I'm gonna pop it up here on the screen. I don't know why, it just really spoke to me, like the little cats. You know I love cats. I have 4 of them now, which is kind of hard to believe. It's something about them being all cozy in bed and just cute. I don't know, but I want it on my wall in my craft room. I went ahead and went to Joann this morning and it was kind of hard to figure out all the colors that I wanted because I had to match them to the picture. Like, okay, bed frame, brown, sheets, this color, bedding, this color. You get the idea. But my husband and I were sitting in there for like 10 minutes just trying to like calculate it all in our heads and like write it down in notes. So I'm gonna show you the colors that I picked out. I feel like it would be too much to tell you which color I'm gonna use for each part of it. So we'll just go through the main colors and you're just gonna have to see it as I crochet it, if that makes sense. And I decided to give Big Twist Value a go. Normally I do Michael's Impeccable acrylic yarn, but I've just been hearing from a lot of trustworthy crochet friends that Big Twist Value is really good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and try it. So I got gray, I got light pink, dark gray. This is the brown for the bed frame. What else? I got dark pink, orange, light blue, purple, green, and light green. This one's actually Big Twist Twinkle and it has a really pretty little sparkle in it, and I thought this would be fun for the night sky in the window, so I am using that color for this. I hope it looks good. I have kind of a vision and I'm hoping it comes together. And then I also got this purple, this light purple. So those are all the colors I got. I believe there's about 10 of them. I needed quite a few for this pattern, but I'm just so excited to get started. I definitely have way too many whips right now. Like there's probably about 4 or 5 things that I would like to finish up. One of them is my hexagon cardigan that I've been working on for what feels like 2 weeks now, and I'm just ready for it to be done. I don't know. I feel like now that I've been working on plushies so much, I don't have as much patience for the larger projects, so I really need to work on that. And so to work on that, I'm actually going to start a new project, so we're just going to go with it. You know what? It's fine. It's also supposed to be fun anyways. I'm just gonna do it. I want to do that, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I showed you in last week's vlog that I got this chair. I'm absolutely obsessed with it, but we really are gonna be focusing on this little corner over here this week. I want to kind of make everything feel super cozy and nice to have in the background of videos or for my sit down videos and all of that sort of thing. So I'm also thinking that the tapestry we're gonna make is gonna go somewhere on this wall. I am getting a lamp that I'm gonna put right in here, and then this end table is going to go there. So that's a little overview of the plan. I also want to organize this section of the wall right here, and we're just going to go from there. So I have this thing where I just really don't like overhead lighting, but here I am with my overhead lighting on. So I'm really hoping that I can get the lamp set up in here really soon because I just feel like it adds to like the ambiance of a space so much more. I'm curious what you think, but I just feel like light from a lamp or like a little table lamp, floor lamp, whatever, I just feel like it's so much cozier than the overhead lighting. So I'm hoping to get a few good lamps in here, maybe like a little one on my desk, and then I have this really cute one back here that you've probably seen before. It's a little candle warmer, but I just love it so much. It's like one of my favorite things I've ever purchased from Amazon. So hopefully we can get that set up. And my other lighting, I have a few of them right here. You might remember these from the apartment. I need to get a new lampshade for one of them, and then I need to get the other one set up, but I'm not sure where I'm going to, but hopefully today or tomorrow we're gonna figure that out. In the meantime, I'm working on row 1 of our tapestry, and there's this really gross wet spot right here because Remy was chewing on the yarn, but I figured, you know, it's going on my wall and it has little cats on it, so it's kind of fitting that my cat chewed on it, you know? Hopefully that's the last time he does that though. So here's the progress. The back is looking a little bit crazy, but I've done about 4 rows, and so we have the bottom of the carpet, and then this is like the bottom of the little bed. And you know, I'm actually very pleasantly surprised with Big Twist value. I feel like I have been sleeping on this yarn. For some reason I had it in my head that I didn't like it, but that is not true. I actually am really liking it. So that's good to know for future reference, because I'm always looking for some good acrylic yarns. I think this has to be tied now with my other favorite, which is the Michaels Loops and Threads Impeccable. So I'm back to work on our tapestry today. I had to take a break last night because I needed to finish that hexagon cardigan I've been working on, and I finally finished it, and just look at how cute it is. I am obsessed with this. It might be my most favorite one that I've ever made. I want to say the only change that I made was in the sleeves, doing half double crochet on this part and not double crochet. So I think that's about the only thing that I changed, and I'm just so happy about it. I know I'm gonna get so much use out of it, but I will say I was definitely hitting sort of like a rut in that project. I'm just not used to working on larger projects, and I tend to lose my momentum, so I wanted to make sure I finished that, because honestly all I've been thinking about is this tapestry. I'm just having so much fun with it, and I think it's like paint by numbers almost, but crochet version. So this is as far as we got yesterday. I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up today and also play The Sims 3 while I work on this, and it just sounds so amazing. It's raining outside and it's just shaping up to be the most perfect afternoon, so I'm very excited. But one other thing before we get started, I wanted to share something with you. So you might know that I've been making sourdough lately. I've been sharing it on my Instagram story. I've just been making a lot of bread in general. I feel like it just feels right when you buy a home. Like you have to christen your house with a fresh loaf of bread. So I recently got into making sourdough, and the other day I was making a loaf of bread, and our oven came with the house, and it's probably like 20 years old or something, and I could not open the oven door, and the oven's like running with a loaf of bread inside. So I don't know what happened. I think that the door got jammed or something, and then I was kind of like yanking on it because I was getting nervous, like just get this thing open, right? And the entire door, like the outer part of the door, just fell off, and the handle. So I was just like, oh, like perfect. So that's great. And eventually Ryan came home and he was able to help me get the loaf out. But needless to say, this whole time I thought I was doing something wrong with my sourdough, but I'm pretty sure what was wrong is the fact that we have a really old oven and it's clearly not working very well. Like even the time and the temperature and stuff doesn't show on the face of the stove. So that was interesting, but that has put my bread making on a hold. And unfortunately we just had to buy a new oven. So that's just one of the perks of being a homeowner. I mean, thankfully we like set aside money and stuff in case stuff like this happens, but our new stove is coming tomorrow. So it's just like one of those adult things that you would never think you'd be excited about as a kid, but now I'm like so excited to have a stove coming, and it's just like a funny thing, you know? So I don't really know where I was going with that story, but I guess the moral of the story is don't yank on your oven if it doesn't open. Maybe there was no saving it because it is a super old oven. Hopefully my sourdough is going to be better now that we're going to have a new oven. Like I'm keeping my fingers crossed, but honestly, who knows? Because I feel like sourdough is so finicky. So when I get it right, I'm gonna feel like I conquered the world. I feel like tapestry crochet is kind of hard in a way that I wasn't expecting. I haven't made a ton of progress, but I feel like I've been working on this forever. With that being said though, I am very happy with how it's turning out. So you can see like the little carpet here and the bottom of the bed frame starting to come together. But what I'm finding to be challenging about this is keeping the yarn from getting tangled on the back side of this. And because there are so many colors, I think that makes it way more challenging. So I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna let it be a mess because I plan on framing this anyway, and fingers crossed I can find a frame. But I'm just gonna try to trim things and maybe use my hot glue to put them in place and keep them from showing on the front side. But this is what the back is looking like, which I know in the world of tapestry crochet is probably really bad. So we're just gonna pretend that's not there, but I'm just gonna be real with you. I also watched a video from Blondie Knots that I'll link in the description that's really helpful for all things tapestry crochet. So definitely check that that out if you are wanting to prevent this, because she has a lot of really good tips on that. But this is the progress so far, and I'm kind of okay with it. I would like to have been farther along at this point, but I'm also in the process of designing my biggest crochet pattern to date, so that has taken up a ton of my time. Now that I have that done though, I think that I'm going to be able to get quite a ways through this, and I'm just so excited. I really want to get it onto my wall. I've just been so focused on working on this and getting my next pattern all ready for my tech editor that I haven't really done much to my craft room at all. So hopefully now that I have that out of the way, I can start to really work on this and get the craft room all set up with you. I just have so many ideas in my head, and the biggest one is getting this put up on the wall. I just feel like it's really going to bring together all the coziness that I want in this space, so I think it's going to be fun. But in the meantime, I'm also debating on ordering some little corner shelves. We'll have to think about that some more, but I think that might have to happen soon. It is so cold in Illinois today. I am freezing. I've got my knit socks on though. I can't hold my foot up, but I love these so much. They almost are like a hybrid of a sock and a slipper because they're slightly more thick, but they're just so comfortable and perfect for this weather. So I'm just loving this. And even though it's so cold outside, I still have an iced latte. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I just have to drink it no matter what the temperature is. We also have all the cats in the office today. I don't know if you can see them, but they're playing because you guys seem to really enjoy that in last week's vlog. So they're all around, and they're being pretty quiet right now because it's still pretty early in the morning, but it's just funny to see them like walking around and like interacting with each other. Like Dale's coming over here. These two are just crazy. They play like all the time. They're like constantly grooming each other, and I feel like it's just like the best case scenario for two boy cats together. They just are best friends, and I love it so much. So back to trying to make the craft room look cute. I spent about 3 hours last night working on the tapestry, and I really love how it's turning out. So this is what it is looking like, and I'm just obsessed with it so far. I love the colors and everything. I just don't know how avoidable it is to have so much yarn like all over the back of this thing because of the amount of colors in it, but I really like it. And at the end of the day, it's going on my wall, and it's like the first time I've done like a full-on tapestry thing like this, so I'm okay with it. But I'm still really torn on if we are going to put this on the wall behind the chair right here, or if I'm gonna do the setup that I had in the last craft room where we do the pegboard with the hand-dyed yarn hanging off of it. I really liked that, and I feel like it just made it feel very cozy in there, but I'm thinking that it might be nice to have a art piece above the couch because I'm gonna be filming a lot of videos and sit-down videos there, so we could always put that pegboard onto this wall, like maybe right here above these two lamps without shades on them. That might be a good place for that. And then I'm also hoping to figure out this wall here. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that exactly. Like I have this one that I love. This is a Sam Larson print, but it looks just like Evie, and she's a little cowboy, and I just love it so much. I feel like the artist was literally looking at Evie when he drew it, but he wasn't. It just happens to look exactly like her. So I think that will probably go on this wall here. And then maybe some little shelves. I've been meaning to buy these shelves that I saw on Amazon that are like those corner shelves. I just love the look of those, and I feel like it would just be fun to put like a little plant and a candle on those or something. I also have family coming into town tomorrow, so needless to say, I really need to get to work in here because I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to get done when they are here. So I think what needs to happen today is we're going to kind of assemble this corner because I really haven't even touched it. Like we're going to move the end table and the chair into position, and then I also have a really cute lamp that I want to put in here. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna keep working on the tapestry and probably play The Sims 3 because I wouldn't be me if I wasn't playing The Sims 3, but I can do the tapestry while playing The Sims. So this is more like what I'm thinking. I just moved that end table over here, and then I think we'll put the lamp over there and then some art on the wall right here. It's day 4, I believe, of the tapestry project, and I feel like we're in the home stretch. I did not expect this to take so long. I feel like I have just been putting in so many hours into this project. I don't even think I could guess, but here is how it looks so far. I love this, and once we get it all blocked and everything and it's not so like wrinkly looking, I think it's gonna be so amazing on my wall. It's just like the vibes and the aesthetic I'm looking for, just something cozy and cute. So I really love this, and I love this blue yarn that I chose for the sky because it has a slight sparkle in it that I just think is so perfect and fun. So I'm very excited for this, and I feel like it's turning out to to be a pretty good size. Sorry, it's all like wrinkled right now and kind of hard to see. But yesterday I was able to get the lamp put in place behind me. I will say though, it took way longer than I wanted it to because we needed a bunch of screws for the lamp. So we had to go to the hardware store, and then I feel like this thing keeps happening where once we leave the house and we're out and about, we realize there's like 10 other things that we need to grab. So we were all over the place. And then at one point there's this little beanie baby that has been going viral. I feel like I keep seeing him everywhere, and he's this funny little beanie baby gingerbread, and his name is Cookie, I think. And I think he's so funny because the whole thing about him is that people think he's like ugly but like adorable. And then so I got totally sidetracked and looked at like 3 different drugstores for this little beanie baby, and of course I didn't find him because he's sold out everywhere because he's like so popular. And so that's just kind of the story of my life. I feel like I always get sidetracked over dumb little things like that, but it's okay. It was worth it because this beanie baby is so funny. I just don't know why I need him, and he's just like so small and weird looking. So that was basically yesterday, and wouldn't you know, I got completely distracted and wasted a bunch of time. So that being said, I'm feeling accomplished that I at least have the lamp set up over here, and I think it's really cute. I love how you can still rock in the chair while the lamp is behind it, just like this. And then we also have another little lamp on the side table. I'll go over and show you in a minute, but I'm currently brainstorming how I want to set up the little table, like maybe some cute little decor elements. I have a few things that I want to show you for over there. The first is I'm thinking of putting like these cute crochet hooks over there. I have this little collection of like my pretty crochet hooks. I'll show you them really quick. So these are a lot of my Furls crochet hooks. These are the Galaxy Streamline. So this one is, I don't even know what this one is, but a lot of these are like galaxy themed. So there's this one, and then I know this is the Jupiter one, which is so pretty. I love this one. And then a few of these are back when they did the mystery seconds, which are like half price crochet hooks because they didn't meet like the standards, whether it was like the color wasn't poured properly or the stamp doesn't look quite right, things like that. But honestly, there's nothing wrong with them in my opinion. This is one of those where it was 50% off, and I just think it's so pretty. I don't even know what the flaw is. I think it might just be that this white is a little bit thicker right here. And then same with this one. This is another one that was technically flawed, and I believe it was like the cookies and cream one, but I think it is so pretty. And then I have a few other ones of these. Like, I'm not sure what the issue was with these ones either, but I think they're so pretty. So I don't use these hooks all that often because I do tend to break them. I've broken a few of these where I've just dropped them on wood floor or whatever and they will just snap. So I definitely prefer the Furls metal hooks. Like this is the Odyssey, and I love this one. It's weighted, which feels really nice. I like it for smaller projects or like amigurumi, things like that. But like for a wearable, I don't really use these as much. I'm getting on a tangent. But another one that I've showed you guys quite a few times, these are my handmade clay hooks, and I love these. These are both from the Clay Bean Company, I believe. This is my Gary the Snail. He is just everything. I love Gary the Snail. He's just my favorite. And then I also have the Pascal. And so I just think it would be fun to put those up on display sort of over there because they're all just so pretty and I feel like they just deserve their little moment. Okay, here's what it looks like. I don't think you could see the end table before, but this is what I was referring to. So we could do, maybe I don't do that. Maybe that, it's like too wobbly. I need to redo it. But like this, is that cute? I feel like that could be cute, like this little corner here. And I love this little mushroom light. I just got this on Amazon. It was like 15 bucks, I think, with my tomato pillow. I think I love it. I feel like it's coming together and we don't even have anything on the wall yet, so I'm very excited to get that all situated. Today is New Year's Day, and like I mentioned, I have some family coming into town, which is so fun. So I'm taking a little break from crocheting today, also just because my shoulder is starting to act up after this giant tapestry project, which I should have seen coming. You know, it's like a huge project, and I'm just feeling kind of silly for thinking that this wouldn't happen. I've been like trying to plow through it too, and that's just not wise. It is just simply not wise. So I'm taking a break from that. But on the topic of crocheting sewing and all of that, I feel like there's something I just have to show you. So I'm working on my pattern for January right now, and I just got it sent to my tech editor, and I have to show part of it to you. And this is probably my largest pattern that I've ever made. It took me pretty much a full day to write it up, and I've been tweaking it and working on it since, gosh, like I don't know, like the beginning of December, mid-December. So it took me a long time to get this all the way I wanted it to be, okay? And so before I show it to you, my no-sew crochet friends, I think you're gonna appreciate this, and my market crochet friends, I think you're gonna appreciate this. I made this with you in mind, okay? So here we go. This entire thing is no-sew, and I worked so hard for this to be no-sew, so I really hope you like it. So first, okay, we have a goose. He's a little goose, and he does stand. Sometimes you kind of have to like position him properly to get him to stand, and depending on how you stuff him, he can also tend to like lean forward a little bit. So as long as you stuff him evenly on this part in the body right here, it'll be fine. But he is no-sew, and I just love him so much, and I was inspired to make this because I feel like I keep seeing porch geese on people's yards. I feel like it sounds like I'm saying Portuguese, but I'm saying porch geese. So I keep seeing those, but then I also was like, okay, we need a few different types of birds in this pattern, okay? So we have the mallard as well. So here is Mr. Mallard, and I love him, but I also have a pigeon included in this pattern because I think we all know how I feel about pigeons, but I haven't made the pigeon yet. I mapped out all the color changes, so we need to make him, hopefully in this vlog. I really want to make the pigeon. So these are 2 of the 3 birds that are going to be included in this pattern, but we also have a bunch of accessories, so I have to show those to you as well. The first accessory is a little tomato hat because I don't really know why. I just wanted it, and I feel like it's funny. So this is no-sew as well. This is a little tomato hat that he can wear, and I like this because you can also turn it into a strawberry hat if you just embroider some little white seeds on it. I think it's so cute and fun, and he just looks so silly while he wears it. It's like the perfect little silly goose. Our next accessory is a little flower hat, and I am just truly obsessed. I love this so much. This is also no-sew. This next accessory is the largest, and it's gonna take me a minute to get it on. I love this. This one's my favorite. I'm just gonna come out right now and tell you this one's my favorite. Little raincoat and rain hat. Are you kidding me? I really just can't get over this one. I love this. It's so cute to me. So I really hope you guys like this one too. Both of these are no-sew as well. This entire pattern, all the accessories, everything is no-sew. I think except for one accessory that requires like a tiny bit of sewing, which we're gonna get to in a second. But this one is just everything to me. I also plan on adding some little buttons here. I feel like that would just be a nice touch, but again, I really wanted to keep this entire pattern no-sew, so I chose to keep the poncho just a little bit more simple. And then we also have 2 other accessories, which are actually from my pigeon pattern, but I just felt like it would be right to include them in this pattern as well. So I haven't made them yet, and I actually don't have the old ones. I think that they probably just got lost in our move, but it is a little beret and a cowboy hat. So they're the exact same pattern from the pigeon. I just felt like it would be right to include them in this pattern too, because the more accessories, the better. And my initial thought with this was for my own markets. So I plan on trying these out at a market, and I feel like it would just be so fun to have a bunch of these birds out and then let people pick and choose their accessories if they want any for their goose or their mallard or their pigeon. So I'm really curious and just excited to see how that goes, and I can't wait to get this pattern into testing. It is not in testing yet, but I'm hoping to be able to share the pattern test over on my Patreon within this week, but we're just gonna have to play it by ear and see. So I just had to show this to you because I'm so excited. I really hope you love this pattern. I've been pouring my heart and soul into it as always. Sometimes I just struggle with being a perfectionist and having imposter syndrome where I work so hard on something and then I stare at it and I'm like, is this good? Are people gonna like this? But you know what? I just have to be confident in myself. Like, I love this. I know deep down I love this, you know? And I'm just so excited to be kicking off the new year with such a big pattern. I feel like it's just such a fun take on the goose. I've made a goose pattern before, but this one just feels so much more different, and I feel like my skills have improved so much since then. Like with my old goose pattern, you had to sew every piece on, and now to have this entire goose be no-sew just feels so cool. So I'm so excited to share it with you, and I just hope you like it. So let me know what you think. I would love to know. know. But with that being said, since I'm feeling like I'm in a chatty mood today, I figured we can keep chatting for a little bit longer before we start to continue putting the craft room together. And so I just been reflecting a little bit today because it's New Year's Day, as you know, we all do. I feel like it's just such a funny holiday where we just basically celebrate another trip around the sun. I don't know, such a weird thing, but it is a good time to reflect, I think, on just the previous year, all the good and the bad and the things we want to change and improve upon. And I think sometimes it can also be pretty overwhelming, just, you know, hearing how all these people make resolutions and go to the gym and try to change everything. And I honestly think that's very unattainable, actually. I mean, I'm speaking for myself here, but I've never actually stuck to any of those things. And so what I like to do instead, and I know I'm not original, I know a lot of people do this as well, but they choose a word for the year. And that is basically like the only thing I do this time of year. So I've just been taking time today to think about what my word for this year is going to be. And I still haven't decided. So I'll definitely share it with you once I decide on my word. But my word for last year was healing. And I think that was just something I really carried with me throughout all of last year. It's just healing from a lot of like unhealthy mindsets and things like that that I've struggled with for most of my life, and getting into therapy and really working on that was my focus of last year. And I feel like I really stuck to that. And I just find it so much easier to find one word and hold on to that and carry it with you throughout the year. So that is my, I guess, advice to you. If you want to take it, you don't have to take it, but I think that is just such a good way to hold yourself to something throughout the year. Just have one word to signify that year. And for me last year, it was healing. So if you think of a word for yourself this year and you feel like sharing it, I would love to know. So you can let me know in the comments. I would love to just look through everyone's words this year. I've been toying around with a couple different words, but the one that keeps coming to my mind this year is community. And I know that sounds funny, but just the idea of taking this year to foster and continue creating community feels like it just fits so well, especially in this new environment that I'm in. That just kind of feels like my focus. So that's a word that I am thinking of. And the other one is gentle, which sounds very like silly, I guess, but I feel like this season of life is really a time where I just need to be gentle with myself. I've come such a long way, and be confident, I guess, in the work that I've done, and be more gentle with myself and just know that I have that within me. I don't know if that makes sense, but those are the two words I'm kind of toying around with. I'm leaning more towards the community one because I just feel like that really is my focus this year, is just doing a better job of engaging with this community and really getting involved, because I find that's ultimately what makes me feel the most fulfilled, is making friends in the crochet space and getting to interact with you guys and all of that. It's just so special to me. And so I think that really is going to be my word of the year now that I'm like saying it out loud. So what that means for me is just looking into ways like I can engage more with our community. Like I mentioned in the last vlog, I think it would be really fun to do a community project together. So I'm still brainstorming that. I know I said I wanted to do something like that soon, so I'm still thinking, but I would love to hear your ideas as well. And maybe this also looks like doing more live streams, and I don't know, just in general, like being more open and honest and vulnerable in our community and getting more involved, whatever that looks like. So I'm not really sure yet, but I like that idea for 2025. That's my little tangent, I guess. And also my advice this time of year, because it can be completely overwhelming to see everyone trying to change every little thing about their lives because it's January. Like I've never really understood that, and it can be very difficult to feel like you have to just fix everything that you've done wrong and make yourself better all on one day just because it's a new year. And instead, I just like to be more gentle about it. So that is what I do. I would love to know if you do the same thing. And if you do have a word for this year, let me know, because I just love to know what people are focusing on this year. I think it just feels like a more powerful way to carry something so simple with you throughout the year. I don't really know. But now I have to go cook a prime rib. So wish me luck. Hopefully it turns out okay, because I don't know what I'm doing. So I finally finished the tapestry last night and I love how it turned out, but oh my goodness, it took me forever. I feel like it was at least like 12 hours, if not more, of work. So it definitely took longer than I thought it would, but I would say it was worth it. So from there, I realized I really do need to block this thing, and usually I just don't really block stuff unless it's my knit socks. So I didn't really have any of the supplies, and then I decided to create my own supplies by using the steam function on my iron, some of our old moving boxes, and some pins. And I just went ahead and pinned the tapestry to the box, steamed it, and it actually worked surprisingly well. I would say it blocked it pretty well, probably not as well as it would have if I had the actual supplies. And then I let it sit overnight, and so this morning we started putting it up on the wall, and I liked it. I wasn't in love with it. Like, once I saw it on the wall, I was a little iffy, you know? I think because there's no frame on it, and then so poor Ryan had to take it down because he was helping me. After all that, we're taking it down. Sorry. It's really cute though. And then ultimately, I put this new picture on the wall that used to be in our bedroom, and I just love the way it looks over here. I think it's so pretty. I really think it ties the whole area together. And so now what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna try to make a frame for the tapestry to put on my wall. So I have it sitting with me right here, and hopefully we can either get it on this wall or this wall over here, but I'm a little bit undecided. I'm gonna flip you around and show you the new wall art that I have above my chair though. So this is what things are looking like now, and I just feel like this frame really ties together nicely with the light wood on my lamp and my end table. And I also just love this. I believe it's somewhere in Norway, but Ryan got it for me a few years ago, and it's just so cozy. I don't know. I just always picture like all the people living in these houses and how relaxing it would probably be to live there. So I love that in this space. I think it's really cute. And then I also started to try to make this look a little bit nicer here. So I put out some of my favorite knit and crochet books. I also put a candle here, and then I got this print recently and I just love it so much. It's like a little farm and a cow, so I thought that would be good there. And then I added some more yarn up here. Next up, we're gonna try to fill out this corner right here, so hopefully I can get that done. And then one other thing I wanted to show you was I picked these up at Five Below a while ago, and I just think they're hilarious, and I want to use the All From Jade pattern for all the little swinging animals and put them on these. I think it would be so funny to just have them here while I'm market prepping. I just realized that there's supposed to be a pretty big snowstorm that's going to be hitting us in like the next 24 hours or so. So I'm starting to think that I'm probably not going to be able to get that tapestry framed before that happens and before I post this video. So I think we're going to have to play that by ear, but maybe what I'll do is I'll just hang it up on the wall without the frame. I feel like it will look less weird on this wall since it's a smaller space, but just having it back there, I think it was like too small for that wall. I wanted something that was a little more, you know, like defining, I guess, of the space. So I think that's what we're gonna have to do there. So later today or tomorrow, I'm gonna get that hung up. But now what I'm really excited about is I've been wanting to try that All From Jade pattern. I feel like every video I'm always talking about one of her patterns, but I really want to try that little swinging pattern. I feel like I'm so late to the game on this one. I have it and I've been meaning to try it, and I think I'm gonna do the mallard one, and I forget what other ones are in that pack, but I just think they're gonna be so funny to hang over on those hooks. But I also have been working on a coloring page and I want to show it to you. I'm just having so much fun with coloring. I love it so much, and I just kind of leave it out on my desk, and when I feel like taking a tiny break from work, I'll just color a small area. So this is the one that I'm doing right now. I love it so much, and it's this really cute little dog and a little cat that I tried to make look like Remy. And then I'm just doing a little bit every day. Today I did the street right here, and then tomorrow I'll probably finish it up and do this cute little guy on the bike. But I just love all the Bobby Goods coloring books, so that's another thing that I've been working on. But I just feel like I haven't been making a ton of plushies. I know I just showed you the ones for my new pattern. I still need to do the pigeon, so hopefully we're gonna do that soon. But it's gonna be fun to work on one that's not my pattern. I guess that's what I mean. I feel like I haven't done that in a while, and sometimes it's just nice to do a pattern that's not your own because you can just enjoy it and chill out and turn on a show or something. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm very much going to enjoy it. I'm really excited. Okay, this was so fast and I love how it turned out. This is literally the cutest thing I've ever seen, but here he is and the little swing is just perfect. I love this so much and it's like very quick. I want to say this took me 20 or 30 minutes. There's still a bunch of fluff on it that I have to pick off, but now I want to go hang him on the hook over on my wall. I was able to sneak out this morning before the snow starts to go to Michael's, and I found a bunch of things to decorate in here and I think it's gonna be perfect. So first off, Ryan had the idea to put the tapestry that I made inside of a picture frame. So we went ahead and got this one and it was actually buy one get one free. So I got 2 of these so that way I can make another tapestry in the future, and if all goes well we can put them inside of here. So the plan right now is to kind of stretch the tapestry a little bit and then tack it to the actual board inside of the frame, if that makes sense, and then it'll just give it a really clean edge, and I think a frame will look really nice on it. So we're gonna see how that turns out. We're probably gonna do that in just a minute here. And then the next thing I got for my walls is actually something that a few of you guys told me that you missed and you were wondering if I was gonna bring back in this office, and that is a new pegboard. And so if you've wanted one of these, I saw them at Michael's for a really good price. These are really nice too. It's nicer than the other one I had. The past one that I had in my previous craft room was just a wooden board from Home Depot, but this one is like a really nice metal one. It feels a little more sturdy, but the best part is that they come with a bunch of really cute little things that you can plug into the pegboard, which is something that I was lacking in my last craft room. So I want to show you a few of those. I hadn't seen these at my Michael's before, so I'm not sure if they are new, but I got just this little acrylic box that you can pop into the pegboard, and I think I'm gonna keep my knitting needles in here just to keep them away from my cats. I think that'll be a pretty good use for this. But they also had some with lids and stuff like that, so that would be perfect for stitch markers, safety eyes, all of that sort of thing. And then I got a few sets of these hooks for my hand-dyed yarn, so these were only like $2 each, I want to say. And then I think that's all I got for the pegboard. Oh wait, no, I lied. So I actually got tacks. These are the tacks I'm gonna use inside of the picture frame for the tapestry. And then I also got, or I guess Ryan got, he got like 2 more packs of these little hangers for the pegboard. So I have 4 packs of those. So I think I have like 20 of them, which is more than enough. We got the tacks, and then I saw this at Michael's. They have this cute little like garden themed decor section. I hadn't seen it before, but I've been looking for a little chair to put my plushies on for the longest time. And I think this one is so cute. It's like a little garden chair. It has a dragonfly on the back of it. And I just think it would be so fun to keep this on my shelf and change out the plushie that's sitting in here. I think my raccoon pattern will be really cute in this one. That's one of my favorite sitting patterns. So hopefully I'm gonna put that up maybe right over here, honestly, on this shelf behind me. I'm very excited about that. I actually didn't even notice this until Ryan pointed it out. So I'm very thankful for him because I've been looking for one of those chairs for the longest time. And then the last thing I got was this adorable snail. I love the color of it, and it's like a really pretty ceramic, and the detail on it is really pretty. And I sent this to my friend Zoe from Garden Hoe Crochet. She's the one that does all the fruit snails, veggie snails, and all the things like that. And I said I got this in honor of her. So I will always have a little snail in my craft room in honor of her and all of her amazing snails. So that was everything I was able to pick up at Michael's, and I'm pretty happy about that because I was worried I wasn't going to be able to finish up the craft room and get everything I wanted on the walls in time, because I keep hearing about this snow that's supposed to hit us here in Illinois, and it's supposed to be a lot. So we went to the grocery store and got everything we needed to, and I think we're gonna just be good. And honestly, this is the type of thing that I love because it just gives me an excuse to stay home, which is like my favorite thing. And it's been a while since I've seen snow, at least a few years, so I personally really enjoy it. I know a lot of people hate snow, but it's just nice when you get to stay inside. It's not something I want to be out in for like a super long time, but there's nothing better than sitting at my desk and playing some cozy games on my computer and just looking out and seeing the snow and a little cat cuddled up on my lap. It's like perfect. So I'm really looking forward to that. We'll see how much snow we actually get. I feel like you never really know with these things. So with that being said, I think we're gonna go ahead and start getting this stuff up on the walls. Hopefully it all works out with this tapestry. I love it so much.
I mean, we could probably still finesse, but that's good to know. I mean, for future reference, it definitely works. Alrighty.
Pigeon in a chair.
The pigeon in the chair is pretty funny. He just fits so well too.
Yeah,
His
and
little
then
orange
he
feet
can go
sticking off.
He can go like up there.
Oh, yeah.
If he fits, he sits. Like so. I need to take that sticker off. I can't believe how much of a difference hanging all the stuff on the walls just made in here. I feel like the little transformation is finally complete. There are a few things that I'm gonna do later on, but for now, I'm just loving it in here so much, and it's hard to explain, but when I come into this room, I just feel so much peace. Like, this is my happy place. I can't wait to share it with you right now, so I'm just gonna walk you through all the changes that we just made. So let's just recap everything we've gotten done in this video, starting with this area, I guess. I love these little hooks, and I'm so excited to make more of these little swinging animals. I think it's just gonna be such a fun way to get a visual idea of my market prepping, to have them hanging up here, and it also doubles as a cute little decor piece because I just love them. And then coming over here, we bought the chair in the last vlog, but I just really am loving how it's looking here, along with my tomato pillow. And then we moved the lamp in. We got our picture hung up here, the end table, and then I put the snail right here. And I didn't notice at first, but he has a really cute little face with little eyes, and his little mouth is so funny. So I'm gonna keep him right there next to me while I knit and crochet. And then we have the bookshelf. I decided to put Mr. Paul the Pigeon over here because I just like him in this spot better. I think this will be a work in progress and figuring out what I'm gonna put up here, but for now, I'm really happy with it. We have the new pattern design that is currently in the works, and then all the yarn over here that you're already pretty familiar with. And then I hung up this little picture of an Australian cattle dog that looks just like Evie. I really love it in this spot right here. I feel like it just kind of fills out that little space really well. And then coming over to my favorite area where I'm going to be sitting for like the next 48 hours straight because I love it so much. So here is the little tapestry, and I love how we did this. So as you saw, we literally just stuck tacks to the actual frame border to kind of stretch it out and fill in any gaps where the tapestry might have been a little bit wonky. And then I put the glass cover over it, and I just feel like this was a really affordable way to fill up this space. I want to say in total it probably cost like $15, and it just feels super personalized and adorable. So I love this so much. It's just so cozy and cute. And then we have our new little mini yarn wool. I actually love the size of this one a lot better, and it's really nice quality, so I definitely recommend it. And so my plan for this small little yarn wool is to keep all of my hand-dyed yarns that I plan on using in the near future here. So for example, I want to make a pair of socks with this soon. I also would love to make a sweater with this yarn up here in the near future. And then I just put that little acrylic cube right here and put all my pens and highlighters in it. And then nothing right here has really changed. I have my Sunny Angels from the last craft room, and I just love looking at them, so I'm gonna keep them here along with my little print. I think it's so funny to sit next to your Sunny Angels, so I'm just keeping that right here. And then this is a lot of like my stickers and things in here for my Patreon and all of that. And then coming over here, we have the crocheted monitor cover, and I really just love it so much. I think it adds a lot of character, and I feel like that's pretty much everything. And then my little desk chair, I got this blanket recently as well, and I just love the color on it. It kind of feels like a dupe for Barefoot Dreams, and it is so comfortable. So I think that's pretty much everything we're gonna do to the craft room for now. I feel like we've made a really good amount of progress in this video. I was worried we weren't gonna get as far along as I wanted to with this storm that's coming. If you're in the Midwest, hopefully you're staying safe and staying warm, because I hear it's supposed to be quite a few inches of snow. But I really love this space so much. I can't wait to keep adding to it, and I'm just so excited to see what's to come. I will say we do have kind of this corner over here, so I don't know if I showed this to you, but we do have kind of a blank wall situation. My tripod's over there, but I think eventually I'll probably add like a lower bookshelf, and then maybe I'll make another tapestry and I can put it in that other frame that I got for free from Michael's. But for now, I'm totally okay with leaving it empty until I get a better idea as to what I want to do with that space. So I hope you enjoyed putting everything together with me in this vlog. I love this so much, and these are some of my favorite videos to make, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any other ideas for me in this craft room space, definitely let me know, because I'm all ears to all the fun little ideas and things that we can do in here. Sorry if you hear that noise, my neighbor is drilling something right now. But thank you so much for watching. If you're not already, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any future videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!